Chrisean tried to unalive Junior. What? Every day.
That nigga got a weak ass explosion, bro. That nigga explosion weak as fuck. Look.
What if the world saw a completely different Chrisean Rock than the one behind closed doors? What if the chaos, the tears, the fights, and the drama we see online are only a fraction of what really happens when the cameras stop rolling? Because according to Bino, the man who was closest to her after Blueface, there's a disturbing truth about how Chrisean treats her son that's starting to shatter the internet. Before we dive deep into the receipts and chilling claims, make sure you like this video, subscribe for more updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's really happening behind Hollywood's loudest headlines, because trust me, this story only gets darker from here.
I think that Chrisean is not operative. He told me verbatim, word for word, they was in the bed one night together. Baby was in the bed with them. Baby was in the bed with them. They could hear a loud thud. Like, baby fell off the bed.
The baby?
Right? So, baby, mind you, like, he has things going on with him mentally. So he like, the baby fell, get the baby. And I guess Chrisean, like, it's gonna make him stronger and he can go back to sleep. You cool? I would have woke everybody up. Lights would have been on.
Lights would have been on, everybody, the whole house on.
Everybody get up, sweep.
Wow. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just seems like she needs help. Like, just bring the baby to me, bitch. You watch the baby.
My baby ever fall off the bed and I don't immediately wake up and snap into reality. Yeah, that should be insane.
So did he call you and ask you about it?
I told you. Just told you. He did.
Bino didn't just walk away from Chrisean, he ran, and now he's telling anyone who'll listen why. He claims that the version of Chrisean Rock the world sees, the tough, unapologetic young mother fighting for her son, is a performance one that hides a deeply troubled reality. He described moments that would make any parent's heart stop. In one incident, he said little Junior fell off the bed in the middle of the night, but instead of Chrisean reacting with shock or motherly instinct, she reportedly brushed it off, saying, "It'll make him stronger," and went back to sleep. Bino claimed he was the one who picked the baby up off the floor. For him, that was the moment things clicked. Something was deeply wrong. The internet's reaction was immediate, with many fans saying if this was true, it's more than just bad parenting, it's a cry for help, and possibly a case for authorities to step in.
Chrisean tried to unalive Junior. What? Every day, it's some new shit. Child, they done pulled up some receipts, allegedly. So y'all know how the people been saying how Junior been getting treated bad. Even her main supporter, Hot T Hot Piss, came on here exposing her for the neglect and stuff. Now, it's people coming out saying that she tried to set the whole thing up. They were saying that allegedly that she was trying to set up her child to get napped and literally potentially unalive. Then they say that the day that he was at the beach unattended in the stroller next to the water, she did that on purpose so he could perish. When that didn't work, they said that she tried to pay someone to nap him and unalive him and act like nothing happened, she didn't know what happened, or blase, blase, blah. I'm going to be posting all the receipts.
Like how, what would he do? Like yell, fight, hit?
No, he would hit them, like slap them. Like my mother, he would go to the woods, tie her up, and
Wait.
He'll line all my sisters up, went out back and me against the wall. He'll put me against the wall, and I ain't do nothing with them. Like, I'm young, I don't know what's going on. So they'll get lined up on the wall, and I'll be right with them.
He would slap y'all.
Yeah, but he'll make sure he slap one on each cheek. He'll get to me and be like, "So Chrisean," and he'll jack me up, and I'll just be scared already.
You were a kid.
The revelations didn't stop there. Bino went on to say that Chrisean's priorities were never truly her child, but her image, her legacy, and her obsession with Blueface. According to him, one of the biggest reasons for their breakup wasn't cheating, wasn't fame, but tattoos specifically, the Blueface tattoos that still cover her face, and even her lower abdomen. He claimed that despite promising to remove them, Chrisean never did. Instead, she'd hide them with makeup during the day. But when it was time for bed, Bino said he'd be forced to lie next to a woman permanently inked with another man's name. That, he said, was when he realized he could never compete with her fixation on Blueface. To the world, it sounded like petty jealousy, but to those who followed her story, it painted a picture of someone who might still be psychologically trapped in the same toxic loop she came from. Even more confusing was when Bino was later seen dancing to Blueface's music online.
Yeah, guys, I'm getting laser removal for this, but this, I'm covering up this, I'm covering up this, I'm covering up this.
This.
Oh, right here. Everything.
See the problem. If they cover up, then I'm gone. Dead homies. I ain't staying. I don't want to look at a nigga. I don't want to look at another nigga. So y'all need to go bleed her, bro. Y'all want to always bleed me. Nah, it ain't get covered up. The bitch ain't want to cover it up, so I have to go. That's what y'all understand. Y'all keep saying. I needed her. She needed me.
Making the whole thing feel like a twisted game of revenge, jealousy, and attention-seeking that blurred the lines between truth and manipulation. But then came the allegation that shocked everyone, whispers that Chrisean may have gone beyond neglect and into something far more sinister. Reports surfaced claiming she had allegedly tried to have Junior taken away permanently. According to unverified sources, there was talk that she paid someone to stage a kidnapping, or worse, and that a beach incident, where Junior was left unattended near the water, might have been intentional. It's important to note that none of this has been confirmed, but the rumor spread like wildfire across blogs, Twitter threads, and gossip pages, with many demanding authorities look into it. Even her most loyal supporters started to distance themselves, saying that if even a sliver of this was true, it could no longer be ignored. The phrase "lock her up" began trending under her name, showing just how quickly the tide of public sympathy can turn once children are involved. Adding another layer to this already tangled mess is the ghost of Ronnie Chrisean's former partner, who once fought her for paternity rights over Junior. Before his mysterious death, Ronnie had been adamant that he was the father, not Blueface. Chrisean, however, publicly insisted Blueface was the dad. What happened next reads like something out of a tragic urban legend. Ronnie was found dead under mysterious circumstances, and some corners of the internet believe Chrisean might have had a hand in it. While there's zero confirmed evidence to support that, fans who've watched her tumultuous rise from the streets to fame say her connections to dangerous figures and her own words about growing up around gangsters make it hard to completely dismiss the speculation. This theory only gained momentum after Bino's latest round of comments, because if she could allegedly neglect or endanger her child, what else might she be capable of when pushed to the edge? To understand how Chrisean even got here, Bino and others point to her past one filled with trauma, violence, and instability. In interviews, she's spoken about her father's abuse, how he would line her and her siblings up, slap them one by one, and even tie her mother up in the woods. Those experiences, as horrifying as they are, shaped her into someone who learned to survive chaos, not escape it. That survival mode, Bino says, is exactly what makes her dangerous now. She doesn't know peace. She only knows war even when there's a baby in the house. That lens of trauma might explain her actions, but it doesn't excuse them. Many believe she's spiraling in the same cycle her parents trapped her in, only now, she's dragging her son with her. And Bino himself? He's not exactly innocent in this drama either. After his split from Chrisean, several women came forward saying he was talking about her behind her back, and even that their relationship was never real. One woman, claiming to be his ex, alleged that Bino swings the other way, saying she had private receipts about him being different behind closed doors. Another, Stunna Girl, accused him of being a PR boy, saying he clout-chased female celebrities just to attach his name to theirs. It painted Bino as the kind of man who thrives off the chaos, feeding it, then playing the victim when it backfires. Meanwhile, Chrisean wasn't about to stay silent. She came for every woman who tried to speak on her situation, accusing them of using her name for fame and attention. On Live, she clapped back with her signature mix of rage and raw emotion, saying that all these women were broke and jealous, and that she's the one they keep talking about because she's the one people actually care about. To her, the world was just hating on her glow-up, but to many viewers, it felt like denial, like a woman so consumed by the image she's built online that she can't face the reality of how bad things have gotten around her. Then there's the eerie pattern that fans have started to notice. Every time Chrisean's life spirals publicly, someone from her circle exposes her, and she responds by crying, threatening, or fighting online, only for the internet to move on until the next disaster. It's like watching a never-ending loop of chaos disguised as entertainment. Bino's accusations, whether true or exaggerated, hit differently because they involve a child, and that's where people draw the line. Viewers who once defended her now comment things like, "She needs help," and "Somebody save that baby." The same fans who once saw her as a rebel against Blueface's abuse now see her as potentially repeating that same abuse in a new form. Through all of this, Blueface's shadow still looms large. Even from behind bars and now under house arrest, his presence controls her narrative. Every mention of his name online seems to trigger her. She said before that he's her soulmate, her pain, her everything but to the world. It's clear she's trapped in a cycle of obsession and violence. And with Bino exploiting that chaos for clout, fans are left wondering who's actually worse, the mother being accused of neglect or the man broadcasting it for attention. As the situation continues to unfold, what's most heartbreaking is Junior, a baby caught in a storm of fame, ego, and trauma. Whether Bino's allegations are true or not, one thing is undeniable. The child is living in an environment filled with conflict, emotional volatility, and constant exposure to the public eye. And when your life is a show, your pain becomes content. The internet eats it up, the blogs monetize it, and the truth gets lost somewhere between sympathy and spectacle. Maybe Bino's words are revenge. Maybe they're a cry for accountability. Either way, the disturbing truth he's hinting at has forced the world to confront the darker side of fame, the part where innocence gets exploited for clicks, and children become pawns in adult wars. What started as a messy breakup has spiraled into a moral question about responsibility, trauma, and the price of going viral. And as fans chant, "Lock her up," and others demand she gets help, one question remains. Will anyone actually step in to protect Junior before this turns from gossip to tragedy? And while fans argue online about who's lying and who's telling the truth, there's a bigger conversation that's being ignored, the way fame seems to warp accountability. For Chrisean, every mistake turns into a meme, every breakdown becomes a live stream, and every tragedy turns into views. It's like she's been conditioned to perform even when her life is falling apart. And Bino, instead of walking away quietly, decided to capitalize on that too. He knows the internet eats up drama like this, and he's feeding it piece by piece voice notes, texts, rumors, whatever will keep his name trending. But the deeper you look, the sadder it gets. Because somewhere in this endless cycle of clout and chaos, there's a baby who didn't ask for any of it. A baby who's growing up seeing his parents weaponize each other's pain online. It's not entertainment, it's a warning. A reminder that some people would rather go viral than get help. What happens next could define both their futures. If Bino's claims keep gaining traction, it's only a matter of time before legal authorities step in, especially with the "lock her up" movement spreading fast on social media. But if these allegations turn out to be false, it'll destroy Bino's credibility completely. Either way, the damage is done. Chrisean's reputation as a mother is hanging by a thread, and the internet's perception of her has shifted from sympathy to suspicion. Fame gave her a platform, but it also built a stage where her pain, her love life, and her motherhood are all under public judgment. And maybe that's the real tragedy, not just what's being said, but how quickly the world turns real people into headlines, forgetting that behind every scandal is a soul slowly breaking apart under the weight of it all.